Hello everybody, what is up and welcome back to my channel. I still like that, doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know why I keep saying that. Welcome back and what's up and welcome back to my channel. I gotta struggle by my hair for a second. So as you saw by the title, today's video is gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna be comparing. I'm gonna have a hard day talking, huh? I'm gonna be comparing the Anastasia Subculture palette to the Makeup Revolution Reloaded Division palette. They're freaking similar. I did go through each shade of both in each palette. The Makeup Revolution one does have an extra shade, which is this dark one down here. Black. It's like a, I don't know, it's not too black. It's not like a black. It's like a little bit lighter than black, but it's not like gray. You know what I mean? But a lot of the shades, so I actually wrote down what each shade was like. So this first shade, Cube, and its comparison, at least they swatched really bad, but they were really similar. Like they swatched so similar, like they're the same. They were the same. Next was Dawn. Dawn was literally the same in both palettes. They swatched the same. They looked the same shade, tone, everything. That was the same. Next is Destiny. They were different. They did not swatch the same. Destiny is this one right here. So all the like kind of green. So Destiny, Untamed, and Axis, they all swatched really like different. So I didn't know if I was mixing them up, but I'm pretty sure I was right. And they just were not the same shade at all. Weren't the same pigmentation. One of them, I don't remember which was which, but I know one of them looked a prettier color to me in the Makeup Revolution one than this one, and then vice versa. So it really depends on what you like. Some of the shades too, a lot of the shades in the whole palette, it's what you prefer, because some shades, they're really nice, but they're not the same. So like if you were looking for a shade in the Makeup Revolution one that was in here, you might not get the same tone, shade, a little bit different undertone, jada. So, oh my gosh, the rest of them, the only other one that was the same was Adorn, which was a strong, like really pigmented gold. They were literally the same, swatched perfectly together, so good. It's this one right here. I love that shade. You know I gotta use it. And then yeah, both of the palettes, they only have those two real shimmers, and then this one is like a dual, like two color. I don't know what it is, but it's something weird. But Adorn was perfect, gorgeous. And Electric, they were different shades, because Electric in this one is a little bit more yellow, this one's a little bit more green. So they were different. They're both really nice, but they're just different. So I am going to use them on my eyes, and I'm going to be doing the same look with both palettes, one on each eye. I think I'm going to do this half and this half. So I'm going to do the eyes first, and then I'll do the face, and then I'll come back and finish off the eyes like I usually do. Like I've been doing, not usually. Usually I do my face first, but this is so weird. I'm like turning a new leaf or something. I don't know. What kind of look should I do though? Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to prime my eyelids. You know the drill. And I'm gonna be using the same brushes probably, but I'll just be wiping them off in between. I have my little rag now. First things first, I'm gonna set that concealer. So I'm taking my favorite brush to set my eyelids, and I'm gonna take the shade Dawn and set that on my right eye. Nice pale, just a very nice transition shade. Then wiping that off, and then I'm gonna take and then I'm gonna take the second shade. I really wish they would have named them because that would have saved me a little bit more. I'm just comparing. I'm gonna use the same mirror. That's just because the Makeup Revolution doesn't have a mirror. It's also nowhere near $42, so you get what you pay for. Okay, as you can see, they're a little the same shade. There's no difference about it. There's really just not. They're both, this one has like a little bit of powder around the outside. These pans are like just longer, so there's the powder in the inside. I think they're very equal right now at this point in time. So next, let's find a good, like, what do I want to do? I don't even know. I don't want to use electric. I want to use Adorn because that's my baby. Okay, so then I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending brush and I'm going to take the shade Roxy. Oh, yeah, Roxy. Or do I want to take New Wave? Okay, I'm going to take the shade Roxy. Look how much powder. And I'm going to put that in the crease. Almost dipped it into the wrong shade. It's a very like peachy pinky color. Okay, so then I'm gonna take wipe it off, and I'm gonna take the same brush and see it's clean now. And I'm gonna take this middle shade right here, which seems to be the most similar to Roxy, if you can see that. I'm gonna put that baby in this crease. So as you can see, this one is picking up a little bit more pinky peachy. This one's a little bit more orange. So they are looking different on the eye. Let's see if I can get this a little bit. Even in the pan, this one is more pinky, if you can see that, and this one is more orange. So it makes sense. But like if you were trying to copy them, just make it the same. I'm just gonna take this clean blending brush and see if I can get this one to blend down to be the same shade as the Makeup Revolution one. Okay, looks like that's as good as we gonna get. They're not too bad, actually. They're not too different, so, but they are different enough, I think, to be not that similar. They're similar, they're just not the same. Like the first shade was clearly the same. That was the same shade. This one is just similar, not the same. So next what I'm gonna take is, so I think I'm gonna take All Star. And I'm gonna do a halo on it with All Star. So I'm gonna take this e.l.f. brush. It's the e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm gonna take All Star, put it in the front and the outside corner. The shade is pigmented. Like, look at this though. I don't know, it sucks that they go so fast since they're so powdery, the shadows. Like, they run out a little bit faster, but like it also makes me feel good, like I use that palette good, because I do use this Subculture one a lot. Okay, and then I'm gonna take, obviously I wiped it off, nothing on the brush. And I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is the closest to All Star. Okay, so off the bat, we're just not as pigmented over there. Oh no, Makeup Revolution. Just look. You just can't compete. Even though this is not an ugly shade, I would have liked like deeper, darker shade like this one. And there's really nothing I can do about this. I can keep trying to pack it on, it's just not there. So then I'm gonna take the shade Adorn. I'm gonna take this BH 8 brush It's like a flat. I'm gonna take the shade Adorn. I'm gonna put that right on the lid. The center open spot. I didn't conceal it because I didn't feel like it, so easy enough, right? There you go. When you drag this shade, it's so beautiful. If you just press it, it's like beautiful, but not as good as if you just drag it across the lid. Oh, stunning. So beautiful. And I'm gonna take this shade in the Makeup Revolution palette. Oh yes. Yes, please. Come and rain it down on me. You guys can see that this shade is just they're very similar. Like they're very similar, and I know that the inner corner and outer corner are looking a little different, so it's kind of throwing it off a little bit, but these eye shadows are so super similar. It's crazy. Like you would think that, look at that, they're literally the same shade. They're the same. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera and I'll be right back. I think we need a little bit more blush. So, you could probably guess everything that's on my face. You know, my NYX bronzer, Wet n Wild blush, Wet n Wild highlight, Ardell Wispies. These are actually the Demi Wispies. Yeah, Demi Wispies, which I didn't intentionally get. I wanted the real Wispies, but these will do for now. They're not just like, they're not as dramatic as I'd like. Look at this. What is this guy doing? No, get your life together. Okay, so with the lashes on, you know, a little bit of eyeliner. I didn't do lower lashes yet, which I'll do in a second, but I just wanted to like say how they're basically the same look. They're very similar. They give a similar vibe. I'm not saying words. They give a very similar vibe. This side is obviously a little bit more dramatic. This side is a little bit more not as dramatic, which I like both. I don't like one better than the other. I do like this purple shade better than this purple shade, and that's just because, like, personally, if I'm going for purple, I want it to be like this, not like this. But if you're a subtle girl and you just want to play with a little bit of color and you don't mind that it's subtle, this Makeup Revolution shade, that specific shade, I think was pretty good. That being said, the top shade, I just want to call it like, I want to call it what it's called in the Subculture palette, Adorn. That shade and the Makeup Revolution shade is fantabulous. It's amazing. Those are the same shade. And then the same with the first shade, which was Dawn. It's the same shade. The same shade. So like if you look at it, closely, they're very different. This one's very muted. This one's very bold. But from far away, they give you the same vibe. Does that make sense? I don't know. So I wanted to do a different color for the lower lash line. That was not just like a neutral. I want to use one of the other colors that were in there, or like a color I didn't use yet. Let's take Untamed, this one right here, and put that on the lower lash line of this side. So I think the most similar one to Untamed is this bottom. See, like, again, if you look at them, okay, let me hold them like this because it's getting really hard to hold and point at the same time. But if you can see, so some of them, they went in kind of like the same order. So like the same shade, Adorn, then they skipped this one, went to that one, then they went down to this blue, Axis, and they went to this shade they skipped, which was All Star, and then the middle one was the is this shade over here, and then this one is over here. This brown one is this brown one. Over here, this yellow orange one is that orange one. This yellow is here, and this one is here, and then this last one is here, and then this one is the extra shade. So I'm assuming that this one is supposed to be the dupe for Untamed, even though it looks so much lighter, and this one is the dupe for Axis, which looks kind of lighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that one and see what it looks like. I just wanted to explain to you that like it doesn't make sense because they're really muted versions of the other shade, so I didn't know which one was which, but I think that that's the order. Just wanted to explain my thought process for a hot second. Ooh, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that from this shade. So as you can see, this one's a little bit more blue, this one's a little bit more muted blue, but it kind of goes with this vibe over on this side, and then this vibe is a little bit more dramatic. So I probably should have put on different lashes. Oh, he would have been able to see the dramatic. So my final conclusion, now that that is done, is I do love both of these palettes. I love the shades in them. They're kind of random. Not that they're random, they're just bold, they're out there, they're very different from anything that I have and anything in the on the market in general. They're just very they're just very different. So I really like these shades all together. Palette versus palette. If I was going to pick up a palette, again, it just depends on what you are looking for and what your price range is. This was $7, and I think that this look that over here is so beautiful in itself. Even though it's not as dramatic as this one, it's so beautiful, and this is more everyday over here. And for $7, you're getting an amazing quality, because I love these shadows. And then you're getting, first of all, some shadows that are literally the same as high-end, like this one right here, but also like you can create amazing looks with it, even if it's not dramatic bold. And you can still use bolder shadows like this black one right here. You can really use that to just fluff up the look, make it a little bit more dramatic. Some smoky eye, which you can't do with the Subculture because there's not a black in it. That being said too, if you are willing to pay $42 or find it at TJ Maxx for $30, this palette is great. I love it. I'm not like trying to make one better than the other. I think they're both worth the money. Obviously you get a little bit higher quality on this one, but I think that $42 is ridiculous, and I don't think I'd buy this if it was $42. If I got it for $42, $30 is a little bit better. But even so, having this palette is amazing. I like having them both, obviously for the same look, but differently. If I'm looking for something a little bit more dramatic, a little not, I'm gonna keep playing around with both of them, testing them out a little bit more. So if you're looking for something under $20, this one is so worth it. It's so good. I think $7 is way cheaper than it should be because this quality is amazing. I think you can sell this for $15 easily and get away with it because this quality is really good. This one, you can see why one is $30, one is $42, the other one is a lot cheaper, even though they should be a little bit closer in the price range. I think this one should go for like $25 and this one could go for $15. I think that's where the prices should be versus $42 and $7. That's ridiculous. That is like ridiculous. Absolutely. They're really not that different. They're really great. I think they're great dupes for each other. If you want to do something like the Subculture but can't afford it, nothing is wrong with this palette. And it's not even like, oh, I have to get a drugstore palette. No, it's like, yes, I need that palette in my life because this is a good one. So I kind of jumped everywhere on that explanation there, but I just hope you guys know that whichever one you have, they're still both great. They're both worth it. All that jazz. Obviously, Anastasia, that's a name brand that everybody knows and loves for all their palettes. So obviously, if you're paying $42, you're paying not only for the name, but a little higher quality. More Makeup Revolution, like it's heard about a lot, but it's known as the drugstore brand. So you're paying for really just the quality and the cheap packaging, because this is very different packaging. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Real quick, oh my gosh, I'm wearing the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Lolita 2 on my lips. I love it. Beautiful. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I just got a package. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. Take a generous amount because I did the same. If that would have broke, I would have been kind of mad, but we're good. Just reckless. But if you are looking to spend under $20, yeah.
Another package will be coming your delivery. Oh, sorry. It's recording again? It looks good. You make it look good.
Thanks. Oh.